Hi, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about the holiday blues. 7 steps to lift your mood. Now we know the holiday season is a time for people to be happy and merry and jolly and gay and all that kind of good stuff. But some people are just not really in the mood. So when you think of the holiday season, you think of what? You think of snow, you think of family, decorations, good food, mediocre food in some cases, etc. But for some of us, these images bring about a sense of happiness and warm feelings. For others, however, it may be a time filled with stress and anxiety. So, this time of the year can exacerbate pre existing financial strains, family conflicts, and shame. It can also be a time where one may be actually aware of those family members who are no longer with them. And as I look down my Facebook timeline, I've seen quite a few people thinking about family members who were here last holiday season, but they're not here this year. And so my heart goes out to those people, and I definitely lift you all up in prayer, because while I don't know that feeling, I can imagine what it feels like. And so my heart goes out to you and your families. So step one, set reasonable expectations for yourself. Organize your time and make things manageable by eliminating unnecessary activities. I can't stress this enough. You've got to set reasonable expectations for yourself. If you're not feeling like going out here cheesing from ear to ear until your face hurts and falls off, then don't do it. If there are activities that remind you too much of those that are no longer with you, or they're just going to cause you too much stress and anxiety, don't do it. Okay? You have the right to say no. So, step number 2, take care of yourself. Be sure to eat healthy, of course, but be sure you're eating and you're getting plenty of rest. You've got to take care of yourself, because if you don't, nobody else is going to help you do that. Number 3, stop faking it until you make it. You know, we've heard this saying so many times over the years, and I hear people even now say, girl, I'm just faking it till I make it. No, stop faking it till you make it. Some people show people the authentic you at all times. And put a pin right here. If you know me, then you get the authentic me at all times. If I'm not feeling something, you'll know it. If I'm not feeling you, you're going to know it. Stop all the faking it till you make it. If you're not feeling joy and cheer in your heart, don't pretend just to please others. It's okay to say that you're angry, or that you're sad, or that you're annoyed with judgmental family and or friends. It's okay to tell people that. Stop pretending like it doesn't bother you. Step number 4, look for enjoyable activities that are low stress, like driving around to look at holiday decorations, attending church activities, etc. Whatever those things are that just make you feel good and you don't feel stressed out. Number 5, if you can't be with your loved ones in person, find creative ways to be together. Try FaceTiming, Skype, or just a good old-fashioned phone call will do. Number 6, spend as much time as possible with the people you love. Limit the time you spend with people that get on your last good nerve. There's no rule that says you need to spend several days visiting with toxic family members. Spend as little time as possible. Now, you could just say, look, I don't fool with Cousin Jenny, so I'm just not going around. And you have every right to do that. But if you don't want to hear Aunt Helen saying, oh, well, how come you're not talking to Cousin Jenny? You don't want to hear her mouth. Go around, just say hey to everybody. Spend a little time and look at your watch and go, well, wrong hand. Look at your watch and go, oh, you know what? I really have to go because I have some other obligations and stops to make. But it's been good seeing you guys. Love you, mean it, bye. So, don't stay too long if it's just going to make you angry and get under your skin. Number 7, perform random acts of kindness. I always find that when you perform random acts of kindness for other people, it just makes you feel so much better, and it takes you out of your funk. Do something nice for someone else. Show more courtesy on the road to other harried motorists. That's asking for a lot. It really is. But it can be done. Volunteer at a soup kitchen. Donate to a toy box, or provide clothing to a homeless shelter. These types of activities may provide you with a sense of meaning and purpose and mitigate some of the holiday blues. I have to say this. I was blessed to be able to, with the help of my mom, to provide clothing for someone who was in need on Thanksgiving Day, and it does your heart good when you can, and that's a whole nother story. I really wish I could tell you guys about this because it bothers me to no end when people have their mom and dads here, but they don't do right by them. Like I said, I wish I could tell you guys about that, but I probably will not. But just know that, yeah, just know that take care of the people that you say you love. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But being able to provide an outfit for someone was just truly an amazing thing. Things to keep in mind. Holidays are rarely a series of Hallmark memories. So, when we watch Hallmark movies on TV, it is so sweet. And we love how everybody just gets along. The table is just decorated from end to end with a plethora, I like that word, of food. And everybody's laughing and kikiing and, or as my coworker says, guffawing. I love that word too. And it's just the picture perfect scene of holiday joy, cheer, and love. But the reality is that's not everybody's setup for the holiday season. Some folks, they have a very little bit of food, and the family members, they get together, and all it takes is for Cousin Joe to start drinking, and he's acting a plum daggone fool. And you got Cousin Earl, he's drinking too, so him and Joe get into it, and then they done tore down the whole house because they're acting a fool. So let me say this before I move on. If you know that you have family members that cannot control themselves when they've had a couple of drinks, I would suggest that you have a holiday season without alcohol. And if people say, no alcohol, I'm not coming, well then you say, okay, well I'll catch you later. So if you know that you have family members that cannot control themselves when they've been drinking, I would suggest that you just not have the alcohol. It would not bother me in any way, shape, or form because I don't drink, and so it does. If there's no alcohol, I'm happy anyway. Whether there is or isn't, I'm still gonna be happy. So just know that they're rarely a series of Hallmark moments. Sometimes y'all can sit around and you're laughing and you're talking. Next thing you know, somebody says something that you don't like, and then there's an argument. And secondly, keep in mind, you don't have to keep up with traditions. If you're going to leave, if it's going to leave you broke or you just don't want to do it, don't do it. Stop keeping up with traditions that's leaving you broke and unhappy. If there's a tradition, you say, okay, you know what, this year we're going to start a new tradition. I'm not doing this. If you have a family member that only likes honey baked ham, what you say to them is, all right, Barbara Jean, now you like honey baked ham. That's not in my budget. However, a ham at BJ's, Sam's, or Costco's is. So if you don't want that ham from Sam's, BJ's, or Costco's, then I would suggest you go on to Honey Bake, get your ham, and feel free to bring it on over and share it with the family. Stop letting people have you going broke getting specific things for them. Let them buy it themselves. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. No, I'm not going to Honey Bake. Are their hams good? From what I'm told, yes. But am I going to go broke getting one? No, I'm not. You will eat the ham that I prepared, or you just won't have any. Simple as that. Don't let other people run your household. And if you can't tell it to them the way I just said it, you let me know and I'll come tell them. I have no qualms about doing that. Anyway, let me focus. So again, today's topic was holiday blues, 7 steps to lift your mood. And so step 1, I said, was set reasonable expectations for yourself. Do that before you leave your house. So that way you're not allowing people to have you doing things that you don't really want to do. Step 2, take care of yourself. And so you need to make sure you're eating healthy, preferably, but you're eating and getting plenty of rest during this holiday season. Step 3, stop faking it until you make it. That's the worst thing we can do is fake it till we make it. If it's something that you don't like, it's okay to say that. Say it in a nice way, of course, but it's okay to tell people, look, I don't really like this. Every year, Cousin Edna comes around. I can't stand her. She's loud. She's abusive. Verbally abusive, disruptive, whatever. If you don't like it, don't fake it till you make it and smile in Cousin Edna's face. If you don't care for her, keep it real. Look, I don't fool with you like that. It's all right to do that. Number 4, look for enjoyable activities that are low in stress. Okay, go around, look at some Christmas lights. Step number 5, if you can't be with your loved ones in person, then find creative ways to do that. Step number 6, spend as much time as possible with the people that you love. And limit the time around the people that just get on your last good God-given nerve, okay? And number 7, perform random acts of kindness. That always makes me feel good. I'm pretty sure it makes you feel good as well. And the things to keep in mind, these are your 2 takeaways. Holidays are rarely a series of Hallmark moments. So that stuff that you see on TV is great, but that's not how it is in real life. So keep that in mind. Number 2, if you don't have to keep up with traditions that are going to keep your pockets broke, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. So that's all I have for you guys. I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. If you stumbled upon my channel by accident, honey, there are no accidents. First of all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I have so much great content coming up between now and the end of the year, and I cannot wait to share it with you. And for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do, I love you guys so, so much. I love each and every one of you. Have a wonderful holiday season. And if you are at a place where you're just kind of feeling down and out and you don't have anybody else to talk to, reach out to me. Let's talk. Okay? Because I don't want anybody going through this holiday season feeling like they're alone and they don't have anybody to talk to. Until next time, take care.